This is the Stanley Cup playoffs on EA Sports. Son of Beast and Terry Crews here. This is the postseason of the NHL 25.
Hey everybody, it's Silver Spoon, and I'm back here with Paintbrush here for our pregame of the night. Yes, sir. This is Game 4, and we are ready to bring things on for our next part of the game. The first part of the matchup as we start Game 4, and one team has advanced to the conference semifinals to the conference championship in the Eastern Conference. That means Florida Panthers will wait on its winning team between the Capitals or the New Jersey Devils. And this time, they are ready to do this thing again. First we start this game, and then the next game will be the Stars facing against the Jets here for our second game. So don't miss the second one of the other ones coming up right after this. And now we'll see what happens. Will this be a tie series for the Devils? Or will this be the win for the Capitals as they will face against the Florida Panthers, heading back home again for Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Let's hope that there's any take in for some big actions. And my next commentary supporters I have is Terry Crews. He's also along with the other ones, with Son of Beast in center ice, and the other two are the one to be followed and to remember of. The Ryan Range changes in LJ, and of course, one last third commentary of the crew is all we mentioned. They never see what it takes. It's tested. We'll see you all later, everybody, for the post-game show after this game is concluded. Let's get on to the show. Caps, Devils, next on EA Sports. It's one of our big nights here at The Rock. Game 4 in Prudential Center. I'm Terry Crews, and I'm here at my broadcast partner along with LJ and Fan. It's game time. First game of the Game 4 starts now. Clock is dropped and we are underway at Prudential Center to start for our next part of the game in the range between the Devils and the Capitals. We start from here as Dougie Hamilton will swing it right toward around the back as he is right on the rush. Hamilton will swing it over to Jack Hughes to start things up. Look behind the back. Rebound by Hughes. Here's just for Bratt. Shot blocked by Ovechkin. Bratt sends it over to Hughes as he looks to Dillon. Dillon sets it over. Bratt shot. Glove save by Thompson. He'll stop things in to get started with near under 30 seconds to start in the first period for the puck drop. Capitals wins the faceoff as Chukwu sets to John Carlson. Carlson sets it over to Dylan Strome again to Tom Wilson. He'll fire that one around the net and rebounded by Kovacevic. Now here's just for Brad. He will send a pass back to Kovacevic. The deep pass to Jack Hughes as he looks to Pesky. Give it over to Palat. Palat will send a fetch over. And as Jack Hughes, he won't get it there that time. Carlson sets it over to Tom Wilson, right toward the other way. He'll swing it to Ovechkin. With the shot, he scores! That'll be the first goal for Game 4. Ovi, the Great 8, scores his first goal of the game. He has 7.
And not like anything ever, said Alex Ovechkin has started out with his first goal, and he looked like you got a complete banger right in it. You see how it happens that Ovechkin makes that great goal? This appearing was not really turning to be any, but the plenty of others is still to come. Not really when the first game goes out to Alex Ovechkin. He gets 7 goals in the playoffs.
Hishko wins the faceoff. He will send it over to Timo Meier. Good poke shot. He went down. Meier rebounds that puck in. Ishker will send it over toward the corner as he sets to Kovacevic. Here's one-time Pesky shot, saved off by Thompson. He'll stop and play with only 18:36.
Got a great feeling for Logan Thompson. He's one of the better goaltenders to play it off for the Washington Capitals. Nothing you set for. That's what happens with the first goal. You don't get it in there at the same time. You really have to do beyond it, and you got to play really well. The easier the fact, the more the better.
Win for Dubois as Chikwan will set it over. Mercer takes off the puck again. And a rebound by Hughes. Shot saved by Thompson. Ishko goes right to Luke Hughes as he gives to Mercer again to Nemec. Nemec again to Ishko. Outside Mercer.
Washington goal. His first goal in the game, seventh goal in the playoffs, scored by number 8, Alex Ovechkin. Assisted by number 43, Tom Wilson, and by number 74, John Carlson. Top of the goal, 1:08 remaining in the first period. That's Alex Ovechkin, his 7th goal in the playoffs. First goal of the game assisted by Tom Wilson and John Carlson in the first period of 1:08 in the playoffs.
You really have to play an eventual game every day. Holla. Can't get enough to get the goal as Carlson will get his own rebound the other way. Dumps it out and rebound by Nemec. Nemec's right toward Wayne. He'll set it over, now passes off to Nozem again to Luke Hughes. Luke Hughes pass to Cotter. Cotter pass to Paula. Paula shot, rebound saved made by Logan Thompson. Big stop made by Logan Thompson. Over to Dylan. Shoot for deflection. That stays out. Big stop there by Logan Thompson. 3 in a row. He shut it down.
There's no other chance happened to Logan Thompson. Hadn't really made that one with a great goal to have it in. I wouldn't really see that. I mean, all what you need to do for is keep it going.
He'll set it to Milan. Milan gets sucked over and it's no penalty on Washington as he will send a pass to Verana. Verana pass to Sandini and looks to Eller. Eller lost that one, rebounded by Hamilton. He'll send a deep pass again. Gallant goes down, and it's rebounded by Radic. Again to Tom Wilson, stop made by Markshall. Dylan will center it over, as Hamilton will swing it around the other way. Dylan finds Jack Hughes as he's back on ice. Runs right to the center. Pull up, shots blocked, rebounded by the Devils. You go from tackler center as he gives it to Hamilton. Fires it, saved by Thompson. Thompson's going to hold it on with only 16:23 remaining in the first period. Now there is a big difference here between the Capitals and the Devils. First of all, there's not a big rival team. Secondly, the biggest metropolitan attacker was definitely the one. If they play for their rivals, they'll have to try to keep things out of the way. And I'm not sure this is going to stop from the Capitals from outscoring over the Devils. Do you think that this will happen here?
Well, I'm not really entirely sure if that will be the rival to take in. So it looks like that the Devils might have it all in response. So if they can try to play it better, they can fake it to make it. It really stands underneath, but I really have to say that Alex Ovechkin and their teammates behind Jack Hughes, he might have to give it all what he can. Otherwise, if he doesn't get it in through tightly, then that goal won't prove it.
Set to Tatar. Curtis Tatar rebounds the puck. Again to Pesky. Pesky shot off the save by Logan Thompson. Bastion again to Kovacevic. Loses one. Kovacevic goes down. Rebound by Duhemi again to Dow. Dow looks his way down toward the wing. Stops it through. Dow with the spin around. Shot blocked by Kovacevic. Rebound by Pesky. And he now has it to Curtis Tatar. Curtis in weight. Fires that one around and again to Bastion. Bastion outside Pesky. Shoots close, saved by Thompson. He'll stop in play with only 15:20 remaining in the first period. A lot of time up in the period. Haven't made it to the midway mark. 1-0 starts Washington. The captain wins the faceoff for the Devils. As Luke Hughes will try to reset it again to Meyer. He'll send it over to Dawson Mercer. Fire that one around net to Hisker. Hisker rolls in for the battle bunch. Rebound by Carlson. Carlson sets the chick run again to Protas. Protas right toward Wayne. Stops in action. Nemec with the rebound and it's back the other way. Again to Meyer. Meyer passes off to Dawson Mercer. Mercer lost that one. Meyer with the rebound. A set to the net. Here's a kill shot blocked by Dubois. Rebounded up by the Capitals, and Carlson will now swing it to Chikron. Chikron breaks his way to McMichael. McMichael finds Chikron. Into the middle, saved by Markstrom. Past the 5-minute mark in the first period as he will send it over to Stefan Nozek. Here's Luke Dubois. Stopped by Nemec. And it's right over now to Hollow. Eric Hollis gives it over to Cotter. And it's off to Nosen. Nosen, spin move. Got caught off behind the back as he'll try to reset the group. He'll swing to Dylan. Dylan pass in middle, broken by Carlson. Watching a deep pass here. On a shot, blocked by Dylan. The goaltender didn't see that one coming back afterward. Yeah, it was really kind of hard to make that one maintain. They've got to pull back afterward. A swing to Cotter. It's rebounded by Chick Run, and he'll now swing it over to Alex Ovechkin. He goes stripped. Puck stays in the bound, and Dylan against Carlson will get a battle bunch, and back to Alex Ovechkin. Ovechkin circles his motion, and back in the Devils' territory. Brant Dillon will swing it to Palat, and here's Jack Hughes. Rolls back to Hamilton, and he gives it over to Jesper Bratt. Bratt reaching his way down. He will get a knockout here. Rebound by Bratt. Bratt outside, finding Pesky. He rolls to Jack Hughes. Shot from corner, saved by Thompson. He'll stop in with only 13:04 remaining in the first period. We haven't hit the midway mark of the period in the first. 1-0 is the score in the first. Now the win, as this will be Radius, and now it's Van Riestad again to Verona. Keep the play going is Radius. Radius gets hit. Pesky goes way after again. So long.
But there was not a friendly matchup afterward. That really is going to make that one pay out.
Bratt's finding again to Pesky. He looks over to Jack Hughes as he swings to Pesky. Pesky again, now finding Palat. Set to Jack Hughes has been decked out. Pesky rolls it in to Palat. New line group here for the Devils. Van Riestad trying to battle along the board. Knocked him over right for the head. Rebound by Ehlers as this will be the Caps back the other way. Rolling in right towards zone. Radius shot saved by Markstrom. And now it's rebounded by the Devils. Luke Hughes will come back afterwards. And here's Rurau. McMichael. Radius shot. Tipped it and landing. Big stop right there by the goaltender. He got squeezed out. Trying to get stick lifted right in the way.
Nobody stands afterward, and I thought that there was nobody to give it around to. I thought that was easy enough to get back into strength.
Swings that one around net. Behind the net is the Tar. The Tar bastard shot stopped by Thompson. Gobbles the puck, and it will get our next range matching faceoff in the Caps territory. Now we're sending over to center ice. I have a big warning welcome to give to Son and Beast as we have across is Luke Hughes by Jack Hughes under the same name of the last ones. What do you have with us?
Thanks, guys. Talking in for Jack Hughes as he's looking into his alternative captain. The bigger year that he's been playing it for, and for Luke Hughes, he's been drafted with the team. He now wants to team it up together. The one thing that happened with the Hughes brothers is not the only friendly game that they really chose for. What they did now is that they really played it off at the same height. He has a lot of enforcement abilities to change everything from this alternative captain range into the captain by Nico Ishkar. He's got sharp edges, and the same thing with Luke Hughes. He may be playing it for this next courtesy on his own length. I'll be watching here on Jack Hughes and looking for 10 goals in the playoffs on this game. Let's find out what happens then. Back to you guys.
Cotter right toward the wing. Swings around. Going for backhand. Swings and misses. And Duhamel with the rebound again to Mangiapane.
He would have almost had that Cotter with the first goal in the game, and he was not really like getting off to a wacky start. He really had that one swinging him by.
Eric Holla right toward wing as he finds Stefan Nosen. Nosen pass to Cotter and Dylan. Shot right toward the range. Stop made by Thompson. Eric Holla will rebound by Nosen as he gives it off to Cotter. Finding Dylan. Dylan pass to Cotter. Cotter finds Nosen. Swings it. Glove save by Thompson. Stop the play with only 10:30 remaining in the first period. Now they're set, ready to take their next puck drop, nearing the midway mark in the first. 1-0. Jack Hughes wins the faceoff. Palat outside, again to Kovacevic. Keeps the range, off and broken a stick here for the Capitals. They're going to get a replacement.
Well, you made it back out there, and the nice timing is going to get there. I don't see anything that's going to change afterward. That one really made that range to make that pullout. And that was really close call. That one is going to like bite the dust and then get a new replacement.
Pull-out shot, glove save by Thompson. Could have got that one with a great goal range, but they'll stop here in the Caps territory. Capitals trying to work things off here, just nearing the 10-minute mark. The win. As for Dubois, he will send it over to Carlson. Oh, he made a hit. Now here's Wilson. Posters right turn and bounding. Palat with some room. Palat skating around a bit. Kovacevic. Into a corner's Pratt. Here's one-time Palat in the middle range. Hughes. Backhander saved by Thompson. Stop the play with 9:39 remaining in the first period.
They're sure that they really have been like getting a rebound in there. There's a bunch of goals that are made, but that's not the change what they really wanted to do for them.
Dubois wins the face-off. Van Riestad right toward in the middle. It's stolen by Hughes. Tries to watch it, but no penalty on the cross-checking on the Capitals. Looks like they wanted to try to avoid it.
Yeah, avoiding is not a better idea, but they really have to want to get that one out and lose the pressure. The pressure makes sense, but this is may not be able to give that one all.
Pratt. Pull-out shot saved by Thompson. The Capitals are back in offense zone. Rebound by the team of Palat. And as Luke Hughes, he will send a pass to Mercer. Mercer setting it up. Deep the range. Saved by the goaltender. And it's off to McMichael. McMichael goes right to Dubois, and he will now set it over the other way in the Devils territory. Broken by Meyer. Meyer chance. Pass broken up by Sandin. And Radius right toward wing. Fires a shot. Blocker saved by Markstrom. Rebound by Kovacevic. And he'll swing it to Hughes. Big hit on a rumble down. I've never seen anything like this. Timo Meyer out there word. And here's Luke Hughes. He'll set to Meyer. Meyer backhander saved by Thompson. He'll cover this up with only 8:20 remaining in the first period. Lots of critical line draws here. Next face-off is on. Now the win for Eller. Forevery now passes a pass to Matt Roy. Verona right toward outside the zone. Give the pass to Radius. Shot saved by Markstrom. Luke Hughes sets to Connor. Connor pass to Holla. Holla makes his way approaching with the pass break. He scores! Stephon knows it. It's an equalizer as they're now tied for one.
Just look at the pass percentage. When you give to Stephon Nosen, that's what the game's it over. As for this play by Holla, he made that in close range. This crease crasher was nothing but they did, and he was right behind that net. That is a great look.
I got a good feeling for Stephon Nosen. That was a great goal. He's got 4 in the playoffs. He's really keeping that one in big, and he really showed it off how he can definitely get there.
The win for the Devils. He'll find it over to Connor. Connor pass. Nosing pass. Broken up. Rebounded by Forevery. He'll stop in. Rebounded by Strome. And he's over to Roy. Roy again to Forevery. Connor. Broke the steal. Saved by Thompson. He'll get a big use out of it. We'll stop the play with 7:41. Now to the Capitals. Alex Ovechkin.
Alex Ovechkin is one of our greatest players here since playing with the Washington Capitals by his rookie season, and he was able to commit from every
everyone's
It's
great
fourth goal in
game
the playoffs.
by
First goal of the
Obi.
game scored by
And
number
he's one of
11,
the great eights to
Stefan
place in after
Nozen.
beating Wayne Gretzky's record.
He's assisted
and
by
makes
number
it the whole
56,
entire time
Eric
to
Holla.
make that one with the finish.
And by number
He's
47,
working on
Paul
his feet
Cotter.
here, and looks like
Time of the
that
goal, 12
Obi
minutes in
will
the first
want to
period.
space things out to make
That's
it
Stefan
challenging
Nozen.
and
His
get
first
ready
goal
for
of the
the
game,
next
fourth goal in
game.
the playoffs.
If their
Assisted by
team
Eric
wins,
Holla
it
and Paul
makes it
Cotter
happening
in the first
with
period.
Obi
That's 12
with the
minutes in the
celebration
playoffs.
by the teams, with the fans' appreciation of Obi, the great moment. I'll find about Obi Ovechkin and see what a great moment brings in. Guys, thank you to Son of Beast.
I always gotta say, but this is a big kid. There's a lot of big range going on. They're not really seeing what's going on.
Thompson will slow things in with under 7 minutes remaining in the first period as both teams are tied in a game. Now as you're ready to take on with the next puck drop, 1-1 to score as they feel the energy loud. Hughes wins the face-off, and number 1 is Luke Hughes. He'll set to Pratt. Pratt goes right toward middle. Did not have enough room as this will stop in by Thompson. Now as they get ready for another face-off puck drop, 9 number 8, they might even up. And Strode wins the face-off. Sandin gives it over to Van Riestad and finding Wilson. On a big hit here. Everybody regrouping in. Here's another one to Sandin. He got blocked down and he got a little crouch down in. It was a little early for Jack Hughes, but he looks like he did show it off. Chester Pratt, right toward middle. A lot will reset a group in. Now finding Hughes. And here's Quebec, right toward Wayne. Pass to Hughes. Hughes chance, now find Nemec. Nemec pass to Pratt. Pratt fires it, broken the stick here, and this one's rebounded by the Capitals. Well, that replacement will never change. And as for Chester Pratt, he got a little broken with the stick. It looks like he will not be able to get this one new replacement unless he goes back out quickly. Now he does so, he'll have to get better than that. Luke Hughes can't get it to go, and it's now rebounded by Radius. Radius again to Verana. Verana in toward middle, trying to get a slip down, save made by Armstrong. Radius right behind the net, battling for the rebound in. Behind the back, rebound by Kovacevic, and it now rolls into Hisker. Nico Hisker trying to work his way across. Finds Mercer, rebound by Jacob Verana. Big stop down as Timo Meier will grab it behind the net. Now Dawson Mercer will try to reset the group, and he's over to Hughes. Hughes, Mercer shot, off and rebounded by Verana. After a block made, here's Eller. Eller. So a pass to McMichael. That shot blocked up and redirect traffic. And it's back to Nico Hisker. He'll save it over to Mountain Mercer. Glove save by Thompson. We are under 5 minutes remaining in the first period. Both teams are tied for 1. Now as they're ready to get their next puck drop in, both teams are even to be battled up. They might be soon to be rivals, but they may not be friendly after all. Hamilton gives the nose in. Nose in. Rebound by Dillon. Dillon pass to Nozen, and he'll swing it to Hamilton. Right behind the net is Eric Holla. Needs some regroup change. They'll reset the toe Nozen, and now Brett Dillon outside. He finds it over to Nozen. Nozen has it over right across. Hamilton shots blocked by again. Rebound by Connor. The Devils keep going with the puck change. Moves it around to Dillon. Shot! Oh, he just made a save afterward. That's a big broken down. Never say a never. And they really have been like choosing everything to get that one with the good shots. Lotus right toward Wayne. We're out. Offside. A shot is off and rebounded by Markstrom. He'll cover it up with only 4:07 remaining. Lots of time left in the period. They still want to get it even before the end of the first period, before the first intermission. Lazar wins the face-off. Kovacevic gives to Pesky. Pesky to Tatar. And you'll have it swing again to Bastian. Bastian rolling in, cut and mounting, broken by McMichael. McMichael's right toward the other way. Gets hit right toward the rear window. Kovacevic rebounds it over to Tatar. And he'll have it again to Pesky. He rolls it into Bastian. Bastian can't get it remaining. And that rebound is off in a length. Chick run right outside, again to Carlson. Carlson passes to Wilson. Shot, glove save by Markstrom. 3:24 remaining in the first period. They still are getting another face-off underway. A lot of time left in the period. 94/83 passing effectiveness. They still got to get there in timing. Now the win for the Capitals. Here's another one, and he scores on a rush. He's over to Meyer. Oh, he went too deep. He totally missed that one, and it will roll back to Hughes again.
Oh boy, I thought that was a breakaway change, but it seemed like they're going to have to reset it again. They don't want to play it afterward in the outside range. It's a bad idea to do that.
Meyer lost that one. Rebounded by Tom Wilson, and the Caps are back in offense. Ovi looking for 2 goals in the game. Rolls the pass to Van Riestad. Saved by Markstrom. Kicks it out. Meyer takes it over. The Devils are back in offense zone as it's back to Gisker. Looks to the net. Shoots it. Plus save by Thompson. Now they'll be able to get reinforcement to regroup in the Caps territory. Wait for Hughes. Here's another one to Hamilton. He's going to give it over. And Pratt. Looking over middle. Can't find Luke Hughes. Jack Hughes, excuse me. Sandin rushing in. That one broken right around the way. Hamilton will now send a deep pass over to Jack Hughes. He's rolling in. Right to the breakaway chase. Save made by Thompson. Oh, he really went that one with a sludging hammer. That one is really on the racetrack. He really showed that one with a quick speed. Trying to get to his teammate, but it's been off one of his teammate opponents as Van Riestad rebounds the puck. In Wayne. Bound to be down. Dylan again to Pratt. And he now finds Palat. Palat makes his way over. He fires it around net again to Hamilton. Hamilton. Pass. Holla stops the play with only 1:45 remaining in the period. They'll get ready for another puck drop as both teams are set, ready for the face-off. Now Holla wins the face-off. He beats over Dubois as now Kovacevic is back in his zone. And he now have it over to Connor. Waiting patiently, now find Ozin. Ozin gets chopped up and rebounded by Dubois. Dubois right toward wing. Gets poked up. Protas. Kovacevic stops the puck. Rebound by Holla. Holla gives it to Nozin. Nozin finds Connor. Connor right toward wing. Fires. Save by Thompson. He almost would have had that one in there, but he just did not get enough to get over it.
Well, this play out badly was not really the change that he really had to do for it. I don't think there was anybody leaving that behind.
It's broken by Nozin. Here he comes. He scores! Still flying Nozin. 2 goals in the game. They cut their lead and get off the line. About 1 minute exactly. He just did. And with this goal, he just beats over Thompson. Nothing closes out when you give to Nozin a chance. Big small range made that close goal. That just made that one in there to give this one a nice effort. He really showed up, and he definitely did. About 1 minute exactly, 2-1 to score as Nozin gets 2 goals in the game. The last game we saw was Timo Meyer. He got 3 goals in this game. Beaten over by the
Under a minute
Capitals
remaining in the period.
on the second period on a leadoff, but there was no chance that the Capitals took over this game in game number 3. But this part of the game, we'll see if Stefan Nozin gets his 3rd goal in the game.
Devils goal!
I probably might say so. I just have to see this one. He unbelievably
Stefan
you have to be playing
Nozin!
afterward and get it right.
Top of the
into
goal,
that slot.
18 minutes,
This needs
59
some
seconds
changes.
in the
Just
first
gonna have to
period.
make it work.
That's Stefan Nozin,
Pesky
his
shot
5th goal in the
blocked.
playoffs,
Rebound
second
by
goal of the
Mercer.
game,
25
assisted by a
seconds
team
remaining in
at
the first period.
18:59 in the first
Pesky
period
finds
of the playoffs.
Shoots, glove save by Thompson. Just under 20 seconds remaining in the first period, and it's still a 2-1 game. Titus in the range, 45/31 hits for the Capitals. The Devils wins the faceoff. Nemec now shaying it over, now finds to Brad. Brad fires it, and he will get it in. There's the buzz beater for the first period. Just broke out before 10 seconds in.
Now a chance afterward. Just for Brad, they got with a great goal, and that one definitely did look. And this book, they went loose. Just right behind the net, and they now got the 3-1 game. That was Brad. The look over right in the corner, and he's just right in there. Let's see, that puck goes out. Yep, oops. It just missed it. That catch didn't go so well for William Thompson. It just really turned it up to make that one out of the way. That is unbelievable play.
You gotta say now for Jesper Bratt, he just really makes his next goal in. The change-up, he now has 5 in the playoffs.
The win for Jack Hughes as he sets the block. He's right toward wing. He will fire that one around and into Hughes. Trying to get one more shot. One chance for Hughes' shot. Blocked up, and that will end the first period of the game. Great start for the Devils. 3-1 to score from Jesper Bratt. And after the goal for Stefan Noesen, it's a 3-1 game. We'll be back soon with the second period after this. Welcome back, folks, as we're ready to get started for the second period in New Jersey. Here we are back in action. Let the second period begin.
Devils goal! His 5th goal in the playoffs, first goal of the game, scored by number 63, Jesper Bratt. He's assisted by number 17, Simon Nemec, and by number 43, Luke Hughes. Time of the goal, 19:40 remaining in the first period. That's Jesper Bratt, his 5th goal in the playoffs, first goal of the game, assisted by Nemec, and Luke Hughes in the first period of 19:40 in the playoffs.
And their teammates. It was not really easy how they were changing in.
I definitely do say so. I mean, I totally agree with you, but nothing really changes up. His momentum won't let this change.
So now as they're in the Devils territory, Capitals, it's their turn to get into the offensive zone on the attacking drive. On a shot, good save by Mark Shaw. He'll send a pass over to Jesper Bratt. Bratt making his way down, over Chick run. Stopped by Thompson. You'll have to cover here with only 19:19 remaining in a second period to start the second period. And they are ready to get their next face-off on their line. The win for the Capitals, as this will now bring to Carlson. He bumps right toward the wall, and right to center ice is McMichael. Watching an offside for Washington Caps. Chick run finding Dubois. Here's Dubois cutting bounding, and now Kovacevic rolls it in right around the net as he sends to Pesky. He kicks over, out of the zone, offside on the Capitals. Great job by the defenders to try to stop in play. As the puck is sailed out of the blue line, it is a 3-1 game, New Jersey. Back to another win for Washington. They're back in the Devils' territory. Trying to battle for the loose puck. Now Myers got that puck in the zone. Right toward corner, he will fire that one around net again to Isker. Isker right toward again to Nemec. Nemec can hold on with that. Knocks the puck out of the way and rebounded by the Devils. Hughes will set it over to Nemec, and now with the regrouping chain, Isker's all alone. Move around, stopped by the pad by Logan Thompson.
What a great chance here. I thought that would have made that great goal in for the Devils, but it seemed like it never did. I mean, I thought that was right in the net, and he just didn't get enough in there.
Stopped on the pad by Thompson. Backhander, glove save by Thompson. Unbelievable save. He is making that quickly dialed out. Remember the last game that happened before?
Yeah, I definitely do remember that. I mean, that Logan Thompson made a wildest save of the game. I think the dialed in was like very quickly. He really had it done.
Yeah, he did. It all happened, to be honest. It won't happen. Nice save from Luke Hughes. And he finally gets his first goal in the playoffs. Now watch what happened here to Luke Hughes. This is what happens there, Terry. You're looking at it over. and this is what the playoff takes place. Luke Hughes is got his first goal in the playoffs. He never shows anything, and for Jack Hughes, he just has 9 goals in the playoffs. If he gets 10, he'll be able to be like an intermediate. Robert's definitely going to be relaxing at this one. You're like Psycho Killer. I thought that. And then you were laughing historical. I thought I did for it. That's what I definitely did play for it now. He thought he looked like me. And they already changed it up. I know. He wouldn't see about this thing with Hughes afterwards. He really had shown it up. I would have had to say so. And this would be changing in for real.
Indeed so. That would be like unbelievable.
Here's Hala. Swings the shot. Stopped by Tansu with only 17:36 remaining in a second period. Now as they're ready to focus things on with another puck drop, it is still a 4-1 game as the next goal had made for the New Jersey Devils. And now the pass to Wilson. Wilson passes over to Ovechkin for 2, saved by Markstrom. He never really liked that on Alex Ovechkin. He really hated it, and definitely he wanted to try to defended it, and he wants to try to stop on grade 8. It's not really an easy way that he was doing it for, but unless you get it straight, you just need some time right. That's what they really need to do to get right into it. The win
Devils
for the
goal.
Capitals. Here's
His first goal in
Carlson.
the playoffs. First
A
goal of the
set
game.
pass to
Score
Tom
by number
Wilson.
43. Lou.
In crossover, Wilson shot blocked. Rebounded by Dylan.
The assisted by number
Dylan
17.
sets the Hughes.
Simon
He'll
Demet.
send it over to
By
Brad.
number 56.
Brad
Eric Hall.
swings to Palat.
Time of the
No
goal.
outside
3:01
of the team.
remaining in the second period.
Rebounded by
That's Luke Hughes. His first goal in the playoffs. First goal in the game. Assisted by Simon Demet. And Eric Hall in the second period at 3:01 in the
Tries
playoffs.
to get out of the way. Jack Hughes will set to Brett Pesky, and he rolled him down. Here they come, and man runs for Wilson. Good poke check by Jack Hughes. Just interrupted the play afterward, and now Hughes will swing it to Brett.
That is a great offense use. I really love seeing that Jack Hughes. I thought he would almost went into a penalty shot. That would almost not be that good. But that play was just great work. That's a great work they had.
Stop by Logan Thompson. 16:14 remaining in a second period. They'll be ready to get things off to regroup in the second period. Now as they prepare and ready to take their next puck drop, 4-1's the score, New Jersey. Curtis Lazar wins the faceoff, and now Luke Hughes will now make a new change off of it. He gets slashed, and there'll be a Capitals penalty on Jacob Harana.
Washington penalty. 2 minutes for slashing.
Boom, there it is. That happens to Arana. He just made that one stick with it, and that's not what he just started plays for. You don't want to make that one happen. It's time now for your Devils New Jersey power play.
And as they're ready to prepare for it, the New Jersey power play starts his way in for the second period in Game 4. What they really need to do for is they need to
Washington
get this
penalty
thing
number
moving
13.
in.
2 minutes for
Otherwise, you don't play
slashing.
it after
Time of the penalty.
at the same
16:09
time.
remaining
Nobody
in the
gets it
second period
perfectly.
of the
You gotta make
playoffs.
sure you have
That's
that
2 minute
on the
penalty
right
for
track.
number 13, Jacob Harana, for a 2-minute slashing. Time of the penalty for the Washington Capitals, 16 minutes and 9 seconds in the playoffs.
Now rebound by Gisker. He looks to Meyer and Bratt. Bradshaw glove save by Thompson. He'll stop him with only 1:38 remaining in the second period for the power play. Next on the face-off puck drop. Still nothing to gain here. Now the win for the Capitals. Forever he finds Duhaney. Duhaney watches off. Timing making it right. Clears his zone. Luke Hughes sets to Timo Meyer as he will now find Stefan Nosen. Rushes his way down into the Caps territory. Pulls around the net again to Gisker. Gisker finds Meyer. And he's set to Hughes. Hughes shot. Great blocker save made by Logan Thompson. And he went down afterward. Timo Meyer will send a regroup to Luke Hughes.
Just about 1 minute remaining for the doubles power play. And now Brad will give it over to the wing. Give it over to Luke Hughes. Can't stay on, and this one goes back over to Brandon Duhaney. He clears his own, and it's rebounded by Luke Hughes again. He'll swing it off to Timo Meyer. Back on ice is Paul Cotter. He'll give it over to Mercer. Mercer goes down, rebounded by the Capitals. Mangiapane trying to get it out. Rebound by Mercer. Sets it over. Shot. Glove save by Thompson. Stop of under 30 seconds for the Devils power play, and we pass the 5-minute mark in a second. Still a lot of scoring droughts here. New Jersey Devils are the better ones to play for. They just have it 4-1. You'll wait on with McMichael. You'll clear that in zone out. Dougie Hamilton right toward the wing. Send a deep pass to Mercer. That's out of reach, and icing will be on New Jersey. So there's only 20 out of 18 face-off wins between New Jersey and the Capitals. This may not be the day what they wanted to do for is to get a win and tie that series up. Sometimes you don't play it afterwards, sometimes you do play it.
Exactly. I know what happens with the New Jersey Devils. The last time in Game 5, it was not really the easy way to do for. And what I did notice is just how that one kept on playing afterward. You really don't have any courtesy to bring the skills in, but the more challenging you need to do is just keep on playing. The hard work needs to give up dedication right, but unless you don't do this one, you're not going to play it easily.
After the power play ended, Thompson will go ahead and give this one a cover with only 14 minutes in the second. Now he's set, ready for the next face-off. The wing for Hishker. He finds Dylan. Dylan finds Hamilton again to Mercer. Mercer can't get it over as Chick Run sets the other way. Stopped him down by Nico Hishker. The rebound by Dawson Mercer. Rolls off to Hamilton, finds again to Dylan. He just can't get going afterward, and now Protas will have it. This one will clear the zone and rebound by Dylan. He's back over to Hamilton. Swing to Tatar. Tatar back in a 3-on-2 offense zone. Going for deflection. That's off of Thompson and rebounded by Chikrin. He'll give it back over the other way to Dubois. Carlson swings it over to Protas. Protas swings it around and the shot saved up by Marshall. Devils back into Caps territory. Looks to Lazar. Lazar shoots. This one stays out. Full pressure's on for the Devils. Kovacevic. Again to Tatar. Get to Bastion. Backhander. Glove save by Thompson. He'll stop him nearing the under 13 minutes remaining in the second period. And they're off to take the next puck drop. Now the win for the Capitals. Sandin has it over to Van Riestad. He gets stuck up right to the wall near the crowd. Trying to get to Cotter. He got pushed out of there. Van Riestad has enough.
He felt like afterward, and this really would say, are you going to take on me? That's enough. That really is bringing out with a cruel on the game.
He never did say that, so, I mean, that would be like bad afterwards.
Nosen with the puck again to Paul Cotter. Slides back. Tries to get the pass. Alex Ovechkin with the puck steal. He stops that one. Paula goes right after it. Van Riestad back the other way. Now finding the Strome. Rebound by Bratt. Bratt stopping in by. Fallout shot. Stopped by Thompson. Backhander. Blocked the shot. Goes right to the wall. And rebound by New Jersey. Nemec back in carry. You want to make new changes afterwards, as Eller will have to change it out. Clears the zone, rebounded by the Devils. Luke Hughes back on ice. You have it over now to Palat. Rebound by Luke Hughes as he's right near the net. That one out of reach to Jack Hughes this time. And he wants to try to change it up to Nemec. Nemec pass. Right to Hughes. No penalty on the Washington. That'll be the first penalty on Jacob Piranha. He's got to watch out for that one. Playing in for Quickly.
Yeah, he does. He's got to watch Quickly on this one. And if this happens again, this slashing is going to be a bad timing for the Washington Capitals to get right to it.
Dylan breaks down. And this one stays back in play by Jesper Bratt. Timo Myers back on ice. And this one will get back to Dougie Hamilton. Blocked the pass, rebounded by Timo Meyer. And he's off to Dawson Mercer. Mercer, right toward the back of the net. Roll to Hamilton. Dylan. Meyer shot. Rainbow goal post. That stays out and it rolls back to Hamilton.
I would never seen if anyone was going to change it. Man, oh man, that did not work like that. Unbelievable.
Full pressure coming on for the Devils. 7:48 and 1:28 for the Capitals. Time on attack. Here's Chikrin, has it over now. The pass again to Carlson. He'll look to McMichael. McMichael finding Alexia Protas. Sticked off right by Hamilton. He can't get it to go. This one battling for the loose puck. Here's Protas' shot. Good save by Markstrom. He rolls back around to Mercer. And he rolls out to Hisker, and a pass again to Timo Meyer. Meyer, pass out to Hisker. Open look. Blocker saved by Thompson. Mercer goes right to Pesky. Pesky, in move! He denied it again. He shut them down on the Devils' cutting bound.
There was a big on-10 goal fence. That one is a wow moment. You never noticed how this was going to change?
That really was almost impossible. The rebound by the Devils as Hala now has this again to Dozin. And this will be a penalty. That's going to be a slashing on the Capitals.
Not good at all. Not good. Now that hooking is going to be Protas.
Washington penalty, 2 minutes for hooking.
Now watch what happened to this hooking call. You see this? That's not good. You can't just pick a hook. And
It's time now for the PSNT and New Jersey Devils power play.
Good at all. I mean, with that playing percentage, it's going to be worse than that.
That is the win for
Washington penalty number 21, 2 minutes for hooking. Down penalty, 9 minutes, 41 seconds in the second period of the playoffs. That's a penalty on the Washington Capitals on Zay Protas on number 21 for a 2-minute hooking. Down penalty for the Washington Capitals in the second period, 9 minutes, 41 seconds in the playoffs.
Bashes down. Rolls to Magvistad. Right turn away, you'll fire that one out of here. And it's Jack Hughes will set it again to Dawson Mercer. He'll find it over to Andre Palat. Ranging quickly, stave on the blocker. Rebound by Duhemi. And he will fire that one out. Hughes takes a chance over to Hamilton. He looks to Andre Palat. Right in range, offside. 4-1's a score, New Jersey. Both teams are set, ready for our next puck drop. The Devils still have their lead up for 3, 4-1 game. Now the win for Washington. You'll send it over again to Wilson. Tom Wilson right in toward the line. Cutting it down and now find it off. Bratt will clear that zone out. Back in the Cats territory. Give it better. Knows it for 3. Scores! Now there's a next hot pick for game 4. Stefan Rosen. He scores his 6th in the playoffs.
Look at that pass. Stefan Rosen was really not getting it over this one well. And then he passed that one over. That one was right underneath the pad. And that was a power play goal. You never see how that was going to change up with Stefan Rosen. And then when you go in, that one was squeezed in. That one was right underneath the leg. Wow. That is another hat-trick on a goal. After Timo Meyer, and on game 4 delivers to Stefan Rosen. He's really in a big take.
I know he did. He can't wait to see how this one change up.
Stefan Rosen's really making his way off with 3 goals in the game. He was not sure how he's going to come in, but But another one with a great chance. Responsive enough now, it's just changing where he does have to be. With the goal, he just makes his power play. It's a big effort to change everything in their lives. Nothing says so never, but now with the Tar in the team, they're going to be waiting on that one with its next victim in the third period. It will be ready to go back on ice. Stop made here. Markshow stops again. Rebound by Protas. Glove save by Markshow. 8:04 remaining in the second period. They'll cover things up and get ready for another puck drop. Now as they're ready to kick the next puck drop, 5-1 to score for New Jersey. Now to win. Here's Chikwa. Set to Carlson. Blocked the shot by Curtis Tatar. And now the new replacement will be a new goaltender. It'll be Charlie Lindgren. Schoen will take over to Ovechkin. He'll try to see what he can definitely do. Chikwa, again to Tom Wilson. He'll stop that one. Pat save, but this time he went back in the net. Tom Wilson scores the goal, and this one goes back down by 3, 5-2 game.
Well, that happened to be only that. And after that power play, this one rebounds it and goes right off that pad. That's a little screw up afterwards, and then with this one rain change, it didn't really help afterward. He really gets a little banged up already, but this is where the other pad goes in. He didn't get a good save this one, but the timing was a little too late. Tom Wilson got a great look at the goal, and this time he gets 5 goals in the playoffs.
They are back down by 3. Not a choice with under 8 minutes remaining in the second. I couldn't tell what happens with Tom Wilson. He just had this great rebounding control effort. He really have to do a lot much better.
His 6th goal in the playoffs, first goal of the game, score on a power play on a hat trick, number 11. Stephon
He really all went all over.
Yes, this is by number 63, Jesper Bratt. Time on a power play goal for the Devils, 11 minutes, 46 seconds. Stephon Noza, his 3rd goal in the game on a hat trick, 6th goal in the playoffs, assisted by Jesper Bratt. In the second period, at 11:46 in the playoffs.
Connor trying to watch his play around. Into our middle, backhander saved by Lindgren. It'll be his first save of the night with 7:10 remaining in a second. Now as they're set, ready to take their next puck drop. 89/81, passing effectiveness for the Washington Capitals. With the win, here's Hamilton. Set to Dawson Mercer for deflection, can't get it in, and it's Sven Ristad with the rebound. Over to Everway.
Washington goal, his 5th goal in the playoffs, first goal of the game, scored by number 43, Tom Wilson.
Great save by Mark
He's assisted by number 6, Jacob Chikwa, and by number 8, Alex Ovechkin. Time on a goal, 12:15 remaining in the second period.
As we will have our next one underway. The Stars meet against the Winnipeg Jets back in Dallas. We have our next game coverage for you that will start immediately at 8:30. After the first game is complete, we'll have our next game to get things on the roll. We may never know how this will change in, but this time, with this first game, this one we started at 3:30 p.m. But this time will be the late game, and we will have some crossover actions coming up just a bit. As we'll have a 7 p.m. start, and then a 9 p.m. start will be the other way to get right to the other side. It may not be easy afterwards, but at 10 p.m. will be the next game to get right into this one. You may never know what's going to change up, but there will be double headers live in each game's action for you, so there will be 2 screens that will be screening things off to get this thing started. Don't miss that one out. You can watch this game or you can watch the other game and check on scores in moments. And then you'll be able to check on a live stream chat to check out what happens with this goal on a big range. This one might be a great range on that. I can't wait to see what the crossover looks like. Well, they definitely did understand that one. I think the crossover might be a great choice. I think we might see that one coming by. So 8:30 might be one. And then 7 p.m. might be the first game before 10 p.m. I believe that might happen. Well, let's take 9 p.m. for the second game. Yeah, I feel like I was always noticing that we'll change it after the. Most likely, anybody can play. He wipes him down. Rasmussen really makes that one with a stoppage. And now Brett Pesky the other way. He's not happy at all. I mean, he really wanted to make that change. Oh,
charging. I don't know what's going on. Devils are not liking this call afterward. This is because what the Capitals have really been doing it for. This is not how they start off the league. The next shot, saved by Lindgren. Now it's back to McMichael with second period nearing down to a 5-minute mark. McMichael, over down, fires it, save made by Markstrom. Dubois up in corner. He'll swing it over to Carlson. Carlson's shot saved by Markstrom. Luke Hughes sets the call counter, and now Eric Halla. He'll find Eric Halla right away. Knocked his teammate Stefan Nosen line to regroup. Here's Luke Hughes' shot, save made by Lindgren. It's rebounded by Carlson. He'll send it over to Strome, again to McMichael. Pass broken up by Halla. Halla rolling again to Bastian. Bastian pass over to the net. Lost that one, rebounded up by the Capitals. Rolls with the win. Now finding over is Bastian. He finds Lazar. Lazar finds Dylan. He'll give a swing to Lazar. And here comes Ovi. He'll swing it over to Dylan Strome. Strome, cutting down, saved by Markstrom. Fire around the net. Bastian, right toward wing. Alex Ovechkin tried to stop on it, but it was a little too soon to get there. Hamilton gives to Brett Dillon. He'll give the swing to Hamilton. It's poked up right toward the middle. New Jersey back in offense zone. Scooped it by Dillon. Rolls to Tatar, and now has it again to Hamilton. He made that one miss afterwards. Dougie Hamilton stuck in the corner. Finds Pesky. He'll find Meyer. Meyer's shot's blocked. Rebound by Gisker. Gisker sets it to Pesky. Then trying to get to Jesper Pratt for a shot stopped by Lindgren. 3:25 remaining in the second period. A lot of heavy contest here, but they're trying to work its way out. Now here's the wing. Pesky again to Kovacevic, again to Mercer. Mercer goes down. Rebound by Kovacevic. Pesky sets to Gisker. Gisker rolls its way in. Off and around the net, finding Mercer. Mercer pass to Pesky. Finding Kovacevic again to Meyer. Good stick lift here, and let's go back to Pesky. For one out. Here's Radius. All alone. Saved by Markstrom.
He really had to play it afterward. I thought that Brett Pesky just realized that I thought this one was not trying to be a great chase, but he really got that one with a great stoppage.
To Pratt, broken up. Jack Hughes takes it back. And off over to Dylan. Dylan trying to work its way across to Jack Hughes. Shot! What a save by Lindgren! Stopped by Lindgren. Oh, almost would have had 10 goals for Jack Hughes. He didn't get there in time. Oh man, I thought that was going to be it for Jack Hughes, but that timing was a little sharp. Stop play by Lindgren. Man, these Devils are attacking the Capitals. They want to hunt them, and they feel like they want to take over the world to get to the next round. Jack Hughes wins the faceoff. He now finds it to Hamilton. And now Ovechkin. Stuck up by Dylan. Ovechkin with the rebound. Stop made by Markstrom. Hamilton takes it in over. Now finding to Jesper Bratt. Cut in motion. He's all alone. Stop by Lindgren. And it's now back to Rasmus Sandin.
Never seen like they did before. I mean, what happened, Brett? But Charlie Lindgren, he was really giving it everything. He chose not to do this. And he really had. He felt a little nervous afterward. It looks like the second game may not be in.
Then back goes down. Rebound by Strome. Shot saved by Markstrom. Nosen trying to roll it out. Rebound by Protas. Stopped by Luke Hughes. Under 90 seconds remaining in the second. Here's the Met. He just got stopped in. McMichael sends it back to Van Riestad. No offside here for the Capitals as Nosen sent a clear pass to Connor. He'll give it over to Luke Hughes. Hughes will try to regroup here. And it's now Protas. Approaching final minute in the second period. It's back to Kovacevic.
1 minute remaining. Period.
Luke Hughes clears that zone out. It's back to Rasmus Sandin. Sandin right toward wing. Pass to Protas, fires it. Saved by Marshall. Lazar back to Kovacevic. Kicks around the net, and he has it over to Lazar. Over to wing. McMichael can't get it to go. We're out set the Protas glove save by Marshall. Just about 34 seconds remaining in a second period. Nearing down the end of the second period, 5-2 to score New Jersey. Win for Hishker. Paschke takes that one back. And a send a deep pass to Dawson Mercer. He'll try to stop in, and a give and go to Kovacevic. Paschke will try to clear that zone out, and rebound by Dawson Mercer. Mercer rolls it in, try to go for the backhander, big save by Lindgren. Meyer now sets it over to Paschke. Paschke will give to Hishker, he'll clear that zone out again. And Roy will set the Forevery, and as Mangiapane's time is up. Second period is over. Big score skier. 3 goals for Stefan Nosen, and a big save by Lindgren. And after Logan Thompson, it's back again for Charlie Lindgren. Hopefully he'll get a second star player of the game, if there is. Third period's next after this. We are back again, ready for the third period to finish off game number 4. This is it. Last period left in game 4 to start things off in the Eastern Conference team of the Devils and the Capitals. Right now I have it over to you guys and see what your thoughts are of how they are going to do this in the third period.
Well, my figure this one here for the Devils is they're going to need to try to work it off. Remember the last time that happened and they couldn't make a win? Well, they got to make sure they have it in. The right timing is simple. They just got to need to do this one on their own and try to watch their mans. Otherwise, they're going to get attacked up and it looks like somebody else may get hurt.
Yeah, they're definitely going to have to do that on their own. Otherwise, if they don't do this, then it's definitely going to change it around again.
On a start for Hamilton. No penalty given here by the Capitals. Ovechkin pass broken up by Bratt, and now it's Dylan will set it over to Dougie Hamilton. He'll now swing it over to Bratt, and he's over now to Timo Meier. Timo Meier loses one. Trying to get over to Bratt, and he lost that one quickly, and it's now back to McMichael the other way. Blocks up the shot. Hamilton takes over to Paschke, and he looks at Timo Meier. Paschke with the rebound in the center ice. Now he rolls with the stop. Paschke will take it over around the net to Dawson Mercer. Mercer now sends it over to Timo Meier. Lost that puck control out of here, and then now it's McMichael. Here he comes! Poked it up by Hamilton. Here's another one to Dawson Mercer, right down the other way. Pulls it with the stop. Backhander release. Save made by Lindgren. He'll stop him with only 18-18 remaining in the third period. My next broadcast partner will be Son of Beast, and he'll be at Dallas this time. And he's along with the other commentaries as well, as they're about to be seeing things back in. This time, he's with Clover this one, and the next one of the contestants, I have one of our big takes in for the third commentary of the crew. I give a warm welcome, it's Wood Spoonie. He'll be joining us here for our next game, so that'll be the next one on its way down the other side. And then after that, it will be the center ice, as I will give it over to Gank to Ultra Beast the other side. We've got a great ones to take in, so this might be a Game 4 winner. So, if the Stars win, they'll be able to meet its opponent between a winning team by Edmonton or Vegas Golden Knights. This is definitely one of the fun matchups here, and the hardest to tell that this was not easy to do anything of that.
Yeah, I definitely always agree on that. I mean, anything that happens with only the Stars and the Jets, it just gets a lot harder. That simple, doesn't take anything, but hey, I know what they don't clean. They just don't do anything like that.
Icing will be the call on the New Jersey Devils with only 17:23 remaining in the third period. They're on their set, ready for another puck drop. Still the score 5-2 and 17:23 left. Now to win, here's Kovacevic. He'll send it over to Luke Hughes, and he'll reset it again to Eric Holla. He'll give the pass to Connor. Connor pass now finds Nosen. Couldn't get this fourth goal in there, and he'll now try to make a move in to battle for the loose puck. Kovacevic goes right back to Nozek. He'll give it over to Hughes. Hughes kicks it over. Eric Holla trying to rebound it. Alex Ovechkin now gives it over to Dylan Strome. It's back to Stefan Nozek. Nozek slicks it off, finds Hughes, looks over to Kovacevic. Here's a shot for Kovacevic. That misses wide, and it will send all the way down the other way. Alex Ovechkin trying to make a hurry. He'll try to make that backhander, and this was another stop by Herschel. He'll send it back to Kovacevic, back again to Hughes. The Devils brings back Jack Hughes on ice. He wants to battle on this one. McMichael back to Sandin, and now it's back to Dubois. Alex Ovechkin in the bench. Here's Protas. Protas, right to the middle. This one stopped by Markstrom with only 16:12 remaining in the third period. Both teams are set, ready for a next puck drop. Jack Hughes wins the face-off, and Dylan makes his way down the other way. He'll send it back to Jack Hughes, and over now to Hamilton. Hamilton swings across, finds it to Palat. Back behind the pass to Jack Hughes. Looks to Hamilton. Here's Jack Hughes. Palat shot! Penalty's going to be given on Connor McMichael. He's in a penalty box.
Washington penalty, 2 minutes for slashing.
That one was whipped up here, but sometimes the slashing is not going to end it easy for Jack Hughes. He really hates it for being slapping right
It's time now for the PSNG for New Jersey Devils power play.
That easy. You don't want to be like him because Connor McMichael didn't reach out too good.
So
Washington penalty, number 24, 2 minutes for slashing. 2-minute penalty in the third period of the playoffs, 15:53. That's 2-minute penalty slashing on Connor McMichael, number 24. 2-minute penalty for the Washington Capitals in the third period, 15:53 in the playoffs.
Pass to Paul Connor. Here they come on a 2-on-2 fast break. Stopped by Lindgren. Again to Hughes, and he rolls to Nelson Mercer.
They keep on playing afterwards. This is what the go-ahead made, but that was an easy. What a goal!
It's Dougie Hamilton after the assist by Jack Hughes, and now it's a 6-2 game.
Just like I mentioned before, Jack Hughes sets a one-time cheat to Dougie Hamilton. This is a big racing right toward the range. This is what happens to Jack Hughes if you get this one in. When you get the pass over, you get one T for Dougie Hamilton, and that range goal is right in the net.
Just in time for another goal as nearing the 15-minute mark in the third period. Hamilton takes his fourth goal in the playoffs, and now as Strome will take things in, he'll try to figure things out to keep things going. Go to 7, goes to Mercer. He'll now find Whisker. Behind the back pass is Pesky. Pesky pass to Kovacevic. With the shot. Trying to go back afterwards, and Mercer will now swing off to Meyer. The rebound by Strome, as this one will go back the other way and pass to Chikrin. Over to Ovechkin.
Devils goal!
Right behind
His
the
fourth
back.
goal in the playoffs, first goal of the game, score on the power
Carlson.
play, number 7.
Looks his way
Dougie
across. Chikrin to
Hamilton.
Ovechkin. And a shot
Assisted
saved
by number
Markstrom.
86, Jack Hughes. And by number 18,
Isker's
Andre
got
Palat.
that puck and bounding.
Topping the goal for the Devils power play,
The rebound by
4:37 in
Timo
the
Meyer.
third.
He'll swing
That's
it to
Dougie Hamilton,
Pesky.
his fourth goal in the
Watching
playoffs, first goal of the
outside
game,
here,
assisted
and
by
now
Jack
Pesky's
Hughes
still
and
back
Andre
in the
Palat
zone.
in the
He'll
third
fling it
period
around the back
at
stage.
4:37 in the playoffs.
Action again to Hamilton. Looking for 2 more in his goal. Here's to Lazar. Lazar wristed wide. And Timo Meyer will set it a group again. Brett Dillon. Covering the rebound is Protas, and now McMichael will try this one again. This time it went late, and Dillon will have that puck in. Finding Dougie Hamilton. Open pass to Nathan Mischin. Ashton with the puck now finds again Hamilton. He'll give it back to Timo Meyer. And there will be a slashing on Protas. It's not
Washington penalty, 2 minutes for
Michael,
slashing.
but Alexei Protas gets in a penalty box.
Yeah, that's bad news already. Yeah, look at this flashlight.
It's time now for the BSNG
This is
New
not
Jersey
just
Devils power play.
What's the bonus is definitely getting caused by this penalty kill to make that one wipe out. You know, I'm not liking every penalty kills that the Washington Capitol has. This is no play in such state.
The win for Nico
Washington penalty number 21, 2 minutes for Slashay. Down the penalty, 13:51 remaining in the third of the playoffs. That's the penalty on Alexis Protas, number 21 for a 2-minute Slashay. Down the penalty for the Washington Capitals in the third, 13:51 in the playoffs.
That's a big hit by the Capitals.
Now makes it clean afterward. That is a big, strong defenseman. Jack Hughes doesn't know where he wants to start, but he was right behind him. He just need to make it quick. Otherwise, they're going to get that one and taken away with the puck out of the zone.
Jesper Bratt rebounds it again, now finding to Jack Hughes. Great stick clipped here by Nick Dow. Jack Hughes will grab his puck and now back the other way for the Devils. Duhamel takes it over. It's back to Jack Hughes. He rolls it past to Dawson Mercer. Mercer take the ankle break here. Fires it. Can't get that deflection in, and this one's off his teammate and rolls back to Ben Reestad. Nick Dow rolling in, and he's going to get a fight afterward. There he goes. This is definitely nobody has ever seen how this keeps on going.
That battle on the fight range, I never know how this would happen. Now the Devils are really going to get that one messed up. I would never see this like that after all. Nobody stands a crowd, and anybody can't play it like that. Big fight is payback.
And he went down. Fighting for crowd as the Devils, and as Dawson Mercer, he rumbles at everyone. No fan can do this thing for Dawson Mercer. He makes this one hard, but the big change happens with Roy, and what happened with Protas, he was watching on this. There was nobody that they could try to keep that out from the gut. That is going to make him painful. You know why? Devils get the excitement range. I guess that they really enjoyed it when they played for it. Here's Nosen right outside as the power play continues. Hisker's shot saved by Lindgren. Catches with a glove, and it's only 12:33 remaining in the third period. And they're ready to get their next puck drop. So this time, a 5-minute penalty kill was already been taken, and a 5-minute penalty kill for New Jersey. The win for
New
Hisker,
Jersey
Dougie
and
Hamilton will
Washington
swing it back
Capitals.
to
Number
Hughes.
3,
Hughes
Matt Roy,
fires
and number
it.
91, Dawson Mercer for a 5-minute fight. Double penalty on both teams, 12 minutes, 44 seconds. That's 5 minutes for fighting on both teams on Washington and New Jersey. Number 91 and number 3 on Matt Roy and Dawson Mercer.
Gives back to Tom
penalty
Wilson.
for both teams, 12 minutes,
Wilson
44
finding
seconds of the
Carlson.
playoffs.
Carl's shot blocked and rebounded up by Bratt. On his way down, go for the head. He can't get over and can't find anybody else afterward.
Protas is time, almost up.
The Capitals ended up with the penalty kill, but they still have a lot of penalty killing here on the fighting, as they already made that one hittable. This really has to make that strange afterwards. When Dougie Hamilton was really noticing that this cannot go with the right change, he never really wanted to do this. He just have to get it out at the right timing. You notice what happens with the Capitals. They really been squeezing. They're just trying to kick them out. They're not really doing afterward. It's just what happens that they don't play it at the same time. This needs some right change to do this one here. May not be that easy or not, but this is the biggest heavy attack no one has ever spoken. Markstrom will cover the puck here with only 11:04 remaining in the third period. And they're ready for another puck drop coming up. Still a lot of time left in the period. The Washington Capitals trail by 4, and they're looking to need to get their next goal in. Ben Reestad has it over. A shot. Oh, it's blocked by the Devils. What a great crouch down in. Great stop by Markstrom. He made that one with the just amount of time to go right from there to blank range.
He really done that afterward. All I need to know now is that blank range needs to be a killer. This one's keeping it back in just the right timing.
Sandin's shot's blocked. Blocked by Tatar. Bashki takes over. Bashki slows down, has it again, Bastion. Bastion shot. What a goal for Nathan Bastion. Now this will be his next playoff goal. First goal for Bastion.
Well, somebody think that I did it, and I think that what happened with this goal, he didn't think that wasn't the right key enough to get in there. This motion is really like giving everybody else in the room. Nobody how they noticed that that puck was going to go in there. They really need to get that one back out there. There's no way change to do that.
Now as Stanley will send to Duhaney, and he gives it over to Van Riestad. Fires it over to Mangiapane. Shots blocked. Kovacevic with a rebound. And that one is reached out of the zone. Icing will be on New Jersey with only 10:15 remaining in the third period. So this time he has 4 goals in the playoffs for Nathan Bastion, and he's looking to get 5 of his game to get 2 more goals in, if he can get the same thing.
Nathan Bastion.
Charlie Lindgren.
Top of the goal, 9:16 remaining in the third period. It's Nathan Bastion, his first goal in the playoffs, first goal of the game, unassisted by a team at 9:16 in the third period of the playoffs.
Here's Verana, the cut motion. Spins a move on a shot, and they will get a goal for Taylor Radish. This makes it going back ease down, and he gets another one. This will be the third goal in the playoffs. You may just understand how that one is going to get them in the way. This screening is not really to change anything right in the middle. What you can definitely tell about it is that you make that good look. This pass range is not trying to be the easy take in. You know what happens? They just really can't get over this at the nice goal in defense if they can get this one done straight away. Now here's Hughes. He'll set it over to the back. And now Jack Hughes. Got a little slip feed here. Sidesteps it. Now has it over to Hughes this time. He'll give to Nemec. And back to Jack Hughes. A quick and go look to Luke Hughes. Going for 2. Glove saved by Lindgren. Past the midway mark in the third period. They are all settled in, ready for our next puck drop. 7-3 is the score, New Jersey. The win for Jack Hughes. He looks in the back. On a far range, he scores! What a deflection goal! And it's now Hughes. Jack gets 10 goals in the playoffs.
Well, that's a mission complete afterwards. This is a great range to have that deflected in. After the minute, we just get out with a pass, and there it is right in the ricochet. That's a great goal for New Jersey. They just killed it. They really been like keeping it going through. And he finally gets 10 goals in the playoffs. He is definitely to make his tie range by Matthew Tkachuk. And if he does so, he'll be able to make that one ready for him.
Yeah, I know. I know everything how that one would change out. The feeling for Jack Hughes, he really had shown off.
And what a goal for Dylan Strome. He cuts back afterward. He wants to close things out, but there's no time to waste. He's 8th in the playoffs.
Well, after this goal, about 5 seconds, this is what Dylan Strome really took it off. This range in was beating over Mark Strome that quickly, and I never seen how that one was going to change. After likely, it may have been just how hard it could get there. So it's now Washington down by 4. 8-4 is a score. As we're nearing after passing the midway mark, as Hughes wins the face-off, Luke Hughes will make his way over to the back.
16, Taylor
The back will change it over to
assisted by number
Pollock.
13, Jacob
On
Verano.
his way down to the
Top of the goal, 10-14 remaining in the third. It's Taylor Radish, his third goal in the playoffs, first goal of the game assisted by Jacob Verano in the third period at 10-14 in the
Can't get
playoffs.
that one skated out of the zone. Jesper Bratt finding Luke Hughes. Jack Hughes trying to watch out. The backhander whiffs away, and Strome will take it over. Trying to look for another goal for Dylan Strome. Nemec takes it over. He'll fire it up and around the net as Luke Hughes will swing around to the back. He'll he'll give it over again to Meyer.
He's assisted by number
Meyer
17,
passes to
Simon Nemeth.
Mosen.
And by number 43,
Here's
Luke
another great
Hughes.
chance on play.
Time of the goal,
Save by
10:37 remaining in the
Lindgren.
third period. That's Jack
And
Hughes, his 11th goal in the
running out
playoffs,
of
assisted
stamina,
by Simon
trying to
Nemeth
get
and
over to
Luke Hughes
Ovechkin.
in the third period at 10:37 in the
Ovechkin shot,
playoffs.
save by Markstrom. And as Luke Hughes, it's back to Ovechkin shot. Big save by Markstrom. He'll stop him with only 8:12 remaining in the third period. A lot of time left to get played for. The Oilers wanted to see how this changed, but the Caps, they're down by 4. The Devils are up by 4.
Washington goal, his first goal
will
of
swing to
the
Nozen.
8th goal in the playoffs, scored by number
Nozen
17,
gives it over
Dylan
to
Stewart.
Timo Meyer.
Assisted by number 8, Alex Ovechkin. And by number 43, Tom Wilson. Time of the goal, 10:45 remaining in the third period. That's Dylan Strome with his 8th goal in the playoffs, assisted by Alex Ovechkin. And Tom Wilson in the third period at 10:45 in the playoffs.
Kicked up by Dylan. Right around the net, again to Dougie Hamilton. Oh, he made that one hit off the side of it. Timo Meyer is on his way down.
Don't think about this afterward, there, Terry. I know what they don't really feel about it. That really is going to make that one hard, strong fail.
Isker finds Pesky. Pesky for deflection. Stopped by Lindgren. Just about 7:23 remaining in the third period as they're ready to kick their next puck drop. A lot of time left in the period. Devils been one of the best teams to go for some comeback rallies in Game 4, and they have it up by 4. That pass broken up. Rebounded by Radius. He'll find it to Jacob Verana. Kicks over to Markstrom. He'll give to Pesky and roll around the net again to Kovacevic. Looks at Tatar. Tatar on his way down to Bastion. Chikrin, and that's now Lindgren will cover things in with only 7 minutes in the third period. The win for the Capitals. Roy will take over now to Verana. Verana again to Eller. Eller getting a little bit slumped up again. Pesky rolls around the net, and it's rebound by Jesper Bratt. The Devils are back in offense zone. Will kick it over now again to Palat. He'll swing back to Kovacevic. Pesky shot blocked by Eller. Rebound by Kovacevic. Right in the range. Fire save made by Lindgren. 6:31 remaining in the third period as he'll be able to catch their next rep on a puck drop. Here's another win for the Capitals. For Every right over down to Wilson. Wilson with a shot blocked by Pesky, and he now has it over to Andre Palat. Palat sends to Hughes. Hughes went afterward, and it's now Strome giving again to Ovechkin. Got another big hit here. Ovechkin didn't seem like he was not happy at all with somebody being pushed over. Isker takes the puck away. Right turn to range. Here's the pass. Shot save by Lindgren. 5:55 remaining in the third period as we're nearing down the final 5 minutes. Approaching in 89/80 percentage for the Capitals and a passing effectiveness. This one kept them from going back and forth. Here's another win to Isker. Hamilton will swing to Mercer. Again to Isker. Isker looks over to Dougie Hamilton. Dylan. Back to Meyer. Shot. Stopped by Lindgren. Trying to knock him down. Isker with the rebound. Rolls over to Dylan. One-time Meyer shot. Can't get this deflection in. And as Isker trying to roll it in, it's back to Mangiapane. Again to Gamey. Nicked out after it. Roll around in. Saved by Markstrom. Meyer gives it over to Hamilton. Hamilton swings it over to Mercer. Rebounds the puck and goes right around the net. Cotter trying to hold it in. Rebound by Sandin as he gives it over to Mangiapane. Here's Tukemi. And right into the wing as he tries to wait around a bit. We're under 5 minutes presented by Discover. We got a broken net here. This one will cover things up to get ready for the next puck drop. Replace it and get back out on ice. Dubois wins the faceoff. He goes with another hit. Paul Cotter again to Hamilton. He starts to pass over now to Dylan. Dylan. That one passed back to Cotter, did not go in, and that one will stay out of the zone. Well, this needs some regrouping in. This need to get this one straight back down, right toward the alley. Don't think about if you're doing this on the pass. Don't go right back to him, because sometimes the puck can get thrown out easily. And he will have to take initiative to fight it, and it looks like they're not going to. They just hate on that because they want some more fights. Well, I never know how that one will change afterward. I mean, it looks like that somebody might be hurt, and I think that could be the end of the line in game number 4. This definitely is going to make it feel like someone is going to get hurt, and definitely have to report it immediately. Now it's back over to Palat after a save made by Markstrom. Hughes with the shot glove save by Lindgren. He'll stop him with under 4 minutes in the third. I have bad news on that for Luke Hughes. His brother's definitely like wimped out for some reasons. Man, he's definitely like getting gasped out. Looks like he might be done for now. Until unless he won't get back in. Now for the next puck drop. It is a lot of hits for 137 over 40. The win for the Capitals. Carlson will have it over the other way. Here's Alex Ovechkin, right toward wing. In toward middle, shoot save by Markstrom. Tom Wilson with the pass in the middle, stopped by Markstrom. 3:41 remaining in the third. As Luke Hughes is back on ice, he's still like he's already been shooken up already. But he has to be extra careful if he gets overhit by anybody after that pass.
Nobody wants that. I mean, nobody wants to do this one at the same time. So he doesn't want to get anybody hit. This open range is going to make that one feel someone's going to get hurt.
Jesper Bratt with the spin move, fires, blocked the shot. Rebound by Jesper Bratt. And now Kovacevic returns back on ice. Will swing to Hughes. And he went right toward the wall. Another hit for Washington Capitals. Verana. Radius. Gives over to Gisker and back to Luke Hughes. He'll give it to Timo Meier. Meier chance. Turn middle to a 7 shot. Save made by Lindgren. John Carlson reaches out. Fires up and around net again over to Mercer. Mercer pass down to Gisker. Gisker makes it this way right toward the wing. Off and firing around net to Meier. Meier pass now finding Kovacevic. Here's the range shot. Didn't get over this in time. Gisker will now kick the puck over to Luke Hughes. Oh, and he missed that one entirely. He just didn't get enough insert to get right in. That's kind of how bad that is. I mean, when you don't see anything like that, you just really need to find an open look. You don't want that to get out of the way, and you're definitely going to get bombed up.
Washington penalty, 2 minutes for 40.
Penalty on the Capitals. McMichael in the penalty box. It's time now for the BSNG for New Jersey Devils power play. And now sending over to center ice, they give it over to Son of Beast. Booty had played, Fink had a better night. Well, Jack Hughes is my only option, and definitely what I always is spot on. He's really been playing it so well.
Washington penalty, number 24, 2 minutes for 40. Top of the penalty in the third period of the playoffs, 2:23. That's a penalty on a boarding. Connor McMichael on number 24. Top of the penalty for the Washington Capitals, 2:23 in the playoffs.
He's definitely proud of him with all of his accomplishment, but he joins in the game. Here's Palat, shot saved by Lindgren. Hamilton rebounds by Jack Hughes again to Connor. Connor's shot, redirect save for Dawson Mercer, stayed out. And now back the other way is the Capitals. He'll clear this zone, and now Palat will have it the other way. 1:43 remaining in the third period. Hamilton watching on Palat. Dawson Mercer's got it covered. Back behind the pass to Hamilton. Fire saved by Lindgren. 1:10 remaining for the Devils power play and nearing the 90-second mark in the third period. Just nearing down the time zone, actually. These guys are getting a lot of huge crucials to get that one with the face-on face. Don't you think that this one turned be real?
I absolutely do. I mean, I always could say now that they are really been playing out for so many reasons. And with that, I won't have to say anything else to them. They just really kept on playing like they did for the accomplishment. And as for the Devils, they're running back to Washington again for one last game in round number 2. And if they win, they'll be moving on to take on the Florida Panthers.
Hughes sets the prop. Glove snatched by
1 minute remaining in period.
Under a minute remaining in the third, just 30 seconds for the Devils power play. A lot of people hating on Alexis Protas, and that's definitely why, but nobody's been liking it. Stefan Nosen will clear things out, and he will fire that one around the net. Mangiapane with some chance. Protas the other way. Dumps that zone in. Just 10 seconds left for the Devils power play, and they won't have to take anything. Protas with a chance of forever. Shot blocked by Luke Hughes. One last chance for the Capitals, down to 15 seconds. McMichael fires it. That one's blocked. Rebound by Cutter. And that's going to do. And the team are ready to move on to Game 5. Devils tie the series. Final score 8-4. What a night. New Jersey answers it back for Game 4. And they're now heading back on a road trip with a one last game for a 2-or-die.
They definitely can. And I always know that the next show is definitely one of the big bad on the tape. Make it happen. Make that one going.
Well, we salute to the fans, especially the NJ Devil. We always know that when we make a win, it's the Devils win. That they pull a Devil's den to knock down the Capitals.
Well, that's it for now. Along with my broadcast partner with Son of Beast and Center Ice, Finn and LJ, I'm Terry Crews. You've been watching the first part of a game of the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs. Thanks for watching and good night. Alright, Terry, thank you so much. Time for 3-star players in the game. Third star starts Alex Ovechkin with 1 goal, 2 assists, and 12 hits. His only lack of time energy was making that only the cut move. The second star player of the game goes to Tom Wilson with 1 goal, 2 assists, and 18 hits. It was nothing like this, how that pass goes right around, and that one carries it in. And your first star player of the game is Stefan Nosen. 3 goals, 8 hits. Make his own hat trick after a power play goal. And here's what I did with the total statistics. 82 shots on goal for New Jersey, 145 for Washington Capitals, 1443 time on attack for New Jersey. Then it was the passing effectiveness here for 89 on Washington. 15-minute penalty kill on Washington and 5-minute penalty kill for New Jersey Devils. Only 2 power play goals were made. On a goal, it was 729 power play minutes. Well, New Jersey's going back to Washington, D.C. for one last game in round 2. We'll see how well they do next time when they meet. In the meantime, if you're joining us for the next game, stay tuned. We've got our next game in action as the Stars take on against the Jets back in Dallas, Texas. We'll keep you right here on the other side of it as soon as we wrap things up for the first game. In the meantime, thank you for watching and see you folks next time for a while as the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs on EA Sports Style. This is Paintbrush and Silver Spoon. Have a wonderful evening in New Jersey of Newark. We'll see you all later for the next game.
If you don't, somebody will.